Okay, awesome. I think we should go to the questions right now, because I did promise that we would address them.
So, I will try.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats. Where's the fire? It says, I use a Taylor 412 with their ES2 system into a TC Electronic Play Acoustic. Oh, that's a good pedal. Using the body res. I push it through a Fishman 22A PA. All sounds good to me, but could a ToneDexter improve it live?
Yes. Simple answer. It'll improve it if you're looking for a more natural sound. If you're happy with the sound you're getting, then don't bother. But if you want it to sound more natural, then yes, ToneDexter will do it.
Okay. Great. Yeah, I guess my opinion would be, I love the Play Acoustic. I'm not a huge fan of body res. I feel like that's an older way of kind of removing quack. I would just use, as you know, James, when I first got a ToneDexter, I tried it into a Play Acoustic, basically. That's how I would do it.
The Play Acoustic, if I'm not mistaken, has the body res function as an option in it, correct?
Option. And
EQ
EQ
I was
as well.
Thinking of that a second ago. If the Play Acoustic does other things that you might want, the body res function, ToneDexter will be a lot more sophisticated and natural sounding than that.
Yeah. That's an older pedal. Again, it does other things really well. It's got your looper, your harmonies, your delays, all those things. So you could use this into that. Yeah, and my opinion would be to that, try it out. Try it out and see what you think. Do make sure you put the latest firmware on there. He says, hi, on the Acoustic Guitar Forum, you posted a spectrum of the low end with different anti-feedback positions. The spectrum had great frequency resolution. How can you achieve that with a 2048 points FIR filter? Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the answer is we couldn't if that's all we were doing is a 2048 point FIR. It's a lot more than that.
Playing devil's advocate here, are musicians getting pedal happy in search of the perfect tone? Most ears, can they hear the difference? This is a question a statement I see all the time on even the Acoustic Guitar Forum, where we're all fans of the acoustic guitar. What do you think about this statement, James? It doesn't matter. The audience doesn't care.
What do I think about it? I think it's an oversimplification. I think that some audiences don't care. Some audiences, they care, but they don't realize it until they hear something better, and then they are all of a sudden happier when they're listening. But maybe more important than that is what you're doing when you're playing, do you care? And how that influences your confidence and the joy that you're getting when you're playing and you're hearing it come back to you and it sounds good, and you just want to play more. I think that's maybe the more important even.
Yeah. That is my answer on those forum threads. I don't care about the audience. That's a bit over the top. I'm like, I don't care about the audience. This is all for me. All this years of trying and buying and reviewing and YouTube channel, all this search is so when I strum that chord on stage, I feel inspired to play the gig that evening. Not that I wouldn't be, but it makes me more inspired. And again, the in-ears are really helping with that as well. I'm hearing the full sound in my head. It's a great thing. So yeah, the audience may not know. Someone once said to me, the audience knows when a guitar sounds bad. They don't know any other time. Everything above that, they don't know.
Well, let's remember, too, that the audience is just an abstraction. You're going to have people in the audience who don't care. You're going to have other people who are listening really closely. I mean, I can always tell at my gigs who the musicians are because they're the ones that are watching and listening. They're the ones that are tuned in. Not everyone is in that camp. Some people really don't care. So it's a mix. Don't assume it's all one way.
I have the opposite problem. The musicians don't listen to me, and all the drunk people do listen. Maybe that's not a problem, though. Should a good quality guitar and pickup played well stand up for itself?
I'm not sure what stand up for itself means. But I do think that certainly it's true, and it's demonstrably true, that if you have a ToneDexter, you will actually hear the fact that you have a good guitar now, rather than the pickup sort of blunting the differences between your good guitar and your crappy guitar.
Yeah.
So I think it matters, and I think it will stand up for itself in the sense of some people will notice and appreciate it.
Oh, Maury's Music said that the guitar sounded heavenly with 2.0 on Sunday. So thank you, Maury. I appreciate your support and your kind words. And then Kooky said, Maury, maybe you should jump into the IR bandwagon. Now, Maury uses a trance amulet, and it sounds really, really good direct on his recordings. So I guess what you said earlier was, if he's happy with that sound, that's fine, of course. But the IR could add even more fullness and richness to the tone, right? Have you ever tried?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for you. Are there any pickups aside from magnetic that are not compatible with the ToneDexter?
Not really. No, magnetic is really the only class of pickup that doesn't work well. Even the pickups that are made of dynamic microphone elements that you just kind of contact on, so long as you can make them into the ToneDexter with the proper jack, they will work, and they will be improved. Even a sound hole mic that you have inside your guitar, or like a True mic or a Baggs, I forget the one, but there are a few that are based on microphones that, they sound kind of okay by themselves, but ToneDexter will fix the sound and make it sound like you want it to, like the mic does on the outside. So answer is, yeah, it's only the magnetics that cause problems. I wanted to make a comment about the trance. So that's a soundboard transducer. There's a number of those guys out there in that class of pickup, which is something that mounts on the inside of the guitar on the bridge plate or in that vicinity underneath the saddle. If there's some guitars, nylon string guitars usually don't have bridge plates, but you can still use pickups in that position. And those pickups will sound better than an undersaddle in the sense of they'll be more natural sounding and have more of the guitar's character in them, without a ToneDexter, I mean. But they usually have feedback issues. K&K, of course, is the big one that a lot of people know. And, K&K has an interesting sound. It has the woody quality. It has some of the guitar's personality into it. Unfortunately, that has too much of those resonances that we were pointing to earlier. And that's the reason a lot of people can't use them live.